All right. Here you go. Against my better judgment.
I mean by the agenda. They're not actually trying to have a discussion with
There we
these women. What they're doing is they're saying, I'm going to make her look stupid.
Right, because it
I'm going to
makes me
see,
look
I'm going to
smart.
ask
Yeah.
5 countries under pressure. She's not going to know. And
If you're a ninth grader in a public school, you should be able to name, well, it's 3 countries, actually, not 5, but you should be able to name 5 countries. If you're a ninth grader in average Midwest high school, public high school, you should be able to do that. I don't care what kind of pressure it is, whatever. This isn't Jay Leno where we're just showing idiots on the street, asking them like landmarks and stupid shit like that. That's number 1. Number 2 is this. They don't hand select these girls. We already know that. Jamie, wake the fuck up. See, here's the thing that gets me is, and I like Jamie because she, by the way, she's at the studio she's at is Sticky Paws. She's in Las Vegas. She has the Pink Pill podcast with Jamie Lynn. And I know I've been harping on her a lot lately, but she's my favorite, like, whipping girl because I think she is the one who repeats the most fallacious bullshit that I've heard in a long time. Right. And she's easy pickings, but the fact of the matter is it's not about making the girls look stupid. They make themselves look stupid. They agree to go on the show. They don't have to go on the show. Have you ever seen? Now, here's what I don't get is she's only using Myron and Fresh in one incident, like name 3 countries, right? It's not gotcha questions. It's they don't know it. And half of them are hopped up on freaking White Claws anyways. Like Ryan calls it the White Claw Power Hour. It's actually more than an hour.
And I'm going to now say, and then I'm going to form a loose association and say, women can get away with more. You're really going to, like, that is a reach if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
It would be a reach if that's the only thing they did. It would be a reach if they would just, we're just going to base everything on this one stupid 5-country question. 3 countries. 3 countries. Not 5, 3. And they can't even do that, right? But they're not making a loose association based on just that one question. It's the whole conversation that happens over the course of like 3 hours, over the course of 3 years on the show. That's where it's coming from. It's not those stupid little TikTok clips that you see. It's not the shorts that you see on YouTube if you watch them at all. It's none of that. It's the collection. It's the aggregate of all of it. And you cannot, in fact, you can. I love you, Jamie, but you cannot be that ignorant. And I don't mean stupid. I mean ignorant, like you're just ignoring what's really going on here. Because what's happening is you're making this presumption that their entire message and their entire assumptions and their entire opinions and the conclusions that they come to are based on one 3-country question that's supposed to make them look stupid. And now all these women are stupid. And that's the association that they have. No, it's not. You do realize they ask more than those questions. You do realize that they have conversations. Well, they make them look stupid. They don't look, I don't think they, well, first of all, Myron and Fresh don't deliberately try. Even Brian doesn't deliberately try to make women look stupid. In fact, Access Vegas, me and Mike, we go out of our way to pick women who have PhDs, to pick women who are, we've had at least 2 different Miss Nevadas on. We have had women who make, I don't know, about $1 billion, but they're millionaires because they work in, in real estate. We've had her on the show. We have had Jamie. She was on the very first episode, I think. She has a degree in psychology. I don't know what exactly the branch is. We've had you on the show. We have smart women on the show. We don't try to make anyone look stupid. If a woman looks stupid, or a man for that example, you know who looks stupid? Sorry, not sorry, but Gary the Numbers guy looked kind of stupid to me. Even Zerka looked pretty ignorant on a lot of things as well. Did we particularly pick them out and say, let's go and see if we can make Gary the Numbers guy look stupid? No, we don't do that. And neither does Myron and Fresh. But because it's on Team Woman, then you feel upset.
And say but these are the manipulation tactics they use, and we have to call them out. Like, so you literally went from springing on name 5 countries to women can get away with everything. Women.
Okay. No one's saying that. Show me where that is. Show me where they're saying women could get away with everything. Show me. Please back that up. That's all I'm asking anybody who wants to debate me or Andrew Wilson or anyone else. If you're on that side of the fence, you better come correct. You better mention names. You better, obviously she's mentioning Myron and Fresh because they're the only ones that do the 3 country thing, right? Got it. But it's like, at least mention them by name. Oh, all of these guys mention these 5. It's like, first of all, it's not 5, it's 3. You can't even name 3. And then second of all, they're not doing that to manipulate. They're not doing that to make women feel bad. They're not jumping from the 3 country test to, see, they can get away with anything. Nobody's saying that. And if you think that that's true, I want to see examples. I want to show me where you see this happening, because it's not happening, and you know it's not happening.
Get away with this. That is a reach, bro.
That's a wild
That's
reach.
wild. That's wacky.
No one's doing it. No one.
I know, but I guess if you don't have any real like facts in your arsenal, like
that's all they have is facts. That's the problem. That's why you reach that. The reach. The real reach is conflating this 3 country, that is 5 country test, and turning it into this litmus test for manipulation. And well, if you don't have facts, that's all they have is facts. What's the fact? The fact is women can't name 3 countries. Most of them can. That's the thing. On most occasions, damn near every single time I have been on those shows, we've joked around and done this on our show once or twice, right? Name 3 countries. It's now it's a cliche. Now it's a joke. Now it's kind of silly. Like nobody really wants to even do that shit anymore. But every time I have been on Myron and Fresh, unless the chick was like shit-faced drunk, most of them could name it. They don't, why is that even a thing? Most women can do that. They can name 5 countries or 3 countries. They can do it. They go and say, well, Africa, Asia, South America, like that's what they're expecting, or they're expecting a town or a city. How about Toronto? Is that a country? Ha, ha, ha. Nobody does that. Most women, at least every time I have been on the show and they ask that question, I would say all but one could do it. And the one that couldn't is probably like too many White Claws in. Or that one girl already knows what she's going to say and some other girl took her country. Because you have to name a different country than somebody else is named, right? Because otherwise you just name what everybody says, right? So that's the whole thing. The problem is these 2 women don't know what they're talking about. All we do, women lose interest. They glaze over. Their eyes roll back in their head when Mike starts talking about Dr. David Buss and the 34 country test again. Every single time. Too many facts. You know what makes women look stupid? When their eyes get glazed over when Mike is going into some like monologue about or asking women questions about like how many guys get laid. What's the percentage of guys who are virgins right now? Those same standard things that we keep going over all the time. If we inundate them with facts and figures, that's when they lose their shit. That's when they lose interest. They fall asleep. They want to talk about the Kardashians. They want to talk about why men ain't shit. They want to have they can't get to Myron. So they go through me. They go, Myron, I'm glad to be a buffer for you, but like they go through me and they go through Mike. Jamie Preston was mentally scarred by Myron. And I understand, but I'm not him. Like you got a bone to pick with Myron, please. He's easy to get a hold of. You could go, Jamie, you could go. Well, Jamie Preston or Jesse Preston, you could go on Fresh and Fit anytime you want. I'm sure they would love to have you out there. I'm sure Fresh would love to entertain you on a yacht somewhere. Lord knows he entertained CJ Sparks one time. Anyways, The fact of the matter is they don't know what they're talking
You
about.
are gonna go, like we said before, for that low hanging fruit
Yeah.
and being like, okay, like how can I, make myself look better?
Like, this is what I mean.
Okay, so they're not trying to make themselves look better. They're asking a simple question that a ninth grader should be able to answer. That's number one. Number two is they're not trying to manipulate anyone. Women are there by their own volition. Nobody's like forcing them at gunpoint to be on the show. And then lastly, all we have is stats and figures. In fact, that's the thing that we have to be the most careful of, because when we do it too much and all at once, that's when women lose interest. All we have is facts and figures. In fact, me and Mike, was it like 2 or 3 shows ago? All we did was like, okay, here's some more data. On this show, I'll go and I'll quote, let's see, I'll go and I'll quote Rolf Dengen, I'll quote Steve Stewart Williams, David Buss, Rob Henderson, Gad Saad, Marty Hazelton, Hector Garcia, Gangstad, David Buss, God, for all day long, right? All we do is present facts and figures. And the reason why you think it's manipulative and you think it's hateful and you think it's like, oh, these guys are just trying to make themselves feel better. The reason why you think that is because you think, ladies think, that the only reason guys would do that is because they don't get no pussy. They would say, well,
like, man, Roll Tomasi don't get no hoes, man.
Roll Tomasi don't get no hoes, so that's why he wrote these books.
Like, man, Roll Tomasi don't get no hoes, man.
Yeah, Roll Tomasi don't get no pussy, and Myron Gaines don't get no pussy, and so that's why they have to make women feel stupid so they feel better about themselves and they can sleep at night. That is some ignorant ass psychotherapist bullshit, is what that is. And I'll be happy to bring that up at this debate if it ever goes down. I hope it does.